is now March, which means that it is time for me to talk about the puzzles I did in February. I ended up doing 6 puzzles, so that is super exciting. Let's get right into it because this is a really good puzzle month for me. I have a lot of good things to say today. Here we are. So this is the first one I did. I talked a lot of smack about Eurographics from my 2020 puzzle review. I decided to give this one a shot just because I really love the art. So this is the Save Our Planet collection. Maybe it's because it's a different line of Eurographics puzzles. It's not like the fine art collection. The fit of this one was a lot better than other Eurographics that I've done. Still on the shiny side, but not as bad as other ones either. They might use different materials for this one, I'm not sure, but this is by far the best Eurographics puzzle I've ever done. So much detail on every piece. I thought that I was gonna have a pretty hard time with the actual, of course, the galaxy, the universe itself. You could very much tell the purples from this dark blue area up here. This did not take me very long. I was quite shocked at how quick I went through this one. I think this was just like a standard 7-8 hours for me. I'm very impressed with this one, Eurographics. So, highly recommend. Definitely pick this one up. Solid. Very good. When I first started doing puzzles, I really, limited myself to just 1,000 piece ones. Don't know why I put myself in that box, so I decided start buying 500 piece ones. There are so many cool ones that you're missing out on just because they're 500 pieces. This was the second one I did for February. I also really enjoyed this one. This is from Gallison. This is a scene from Italy. Oh, I can't remember. Oh, Cinque Terre. So that is the name of this actual area in Italy, I believe. And yeah, the quality of this, as usual, Gallison coming through, very good. Very bright colors. Comes with a poster. It is a mini poster, but still, this piece of the box, you can actually use it to store puzzle pieces instead of needing it as a referral. Very vivid, lots of detail in all of the pieces. Not surprised, Gallison is consistent. Highly recommend this one as well. I would do this one again. This could be framed, but at the same time, it really is just for aesthetic purposes. I don't really have a connection to this at all, so yeah. So next one. If you follow my Instagram, you already know how excited I was about this. I purchased this because, the art itself it's eye-catching, but it's not my favorite thing in the world. I got it because I knew that I was going to enjoy working with all of the different patterns. I knew I was gonna really like working with all the lines. And I was right. This was so fun to sort. This was the most fun I've ever had, sorting a puzzle. You can't really get confused between sections, right? Because, this is so different from this area. It's just everything looks so distinct. And then, to top it all off, the quality on this one is ridiculous. Amazing. This one is similar to New York puzzle quality, New York Puzzle Company. As you guys know, Pomegranate falls apart. You cannot pick it up at all. You can't pick up finished sections and then put it to the rest of the puzzle without struggling. I do have a picture that I will show you, obviously, where I am picking the puzzle up without any issue. So just as an example, here is just, a random piece of the puzzle. I'm moving it around. The fact that I can do this and it's not coming apart is amazing! So I definitely wouldn't frame this because, it's not, what is this, right? But I would do this again. I highly recommend this. And if you can find pomegranate puzzles that are, it's a different logo, you'll see. Okay, you know what? So I did 2 500 piece pomegranate puzzles this month, like I was just talking about. There's this one, the Owen Jones. Yeah, let's call it that. And then I did the other one. Here we are. But you'll see, look at the logo on this box. They're slightly different, ever so slightly, and also just in general, the packaging, right? Look at the font for Owen Jones, look at the font for Darlene Kulig. It's the ones without the actual pomegranate, like the fruit. There's no fruit on this one, okay? Unfortunately, this one was not nearly as good quality as Owen Jones. This was very comparable to other pomegranate puzzles that I've done, the 1,000 piece ones. This one is a scene from Newfoundland and Labrador, so St. John's. This is Canadian work. Really, really appreciated that. I've been to St. John's, so that's why I was like, I need to get this one. If I'm gonna try more 500 piece ones, this one is definitely at the top of my list. I put this on my Instagram, I tagged Pomegranate. I wasn't complaining, I was just letting followers know that this one is not the same quality as the Owen Jones one. This is the looser fit that I am used to from Pomegranate. Pomegranate actually reached out. They were like, oh no, we're so sorry. Like, you know, you shouldn't be used to having a loose fit from us. And I was like, well, yeah, that's been my experience, but it's not like I'm not going to keep purchasing Pomegranate puzzles. Pomegranate, you know, they have the best art, I would say. Just, you know, they have things like this. Like, I just feel like this is so unique. So I'm not gonna stop buying from Pomegranate. The fact that Pomegranate comes in a resealable bag, it has really cool art, it's very matte, so it's easy to work with in that sense. You know, I'm not gonna stop buying from this brand. It's not like Full Stop from Eurographics where I was really, you know, arguing with myself, do I want to get that planet one, blah, 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 blah. I took a chance on that one. I'm happy that I did. But Pomegranate, at least I'm not like doubting myself like, oh, you know, I know that it's a loose fit, but I'm okay with dealing with that because they've got cool pieces of art. Pomegranate, keep taking my money. I've got 2 more Pomegranate puzzles in my collection right now. One of them is branded like the Owen Jones ones, so it's older packaging. And then the other one is just the regular pomegranate one with the pomegranate fruit on the box. So I'm thinking that the older one will be hopefully Owen Jones quality, and the other one will probably just be regular pomegranate, but that's okay. So next one that I did was this. Also another 500 piecer. I really liked this one. Like, I had a lot of fun doing it. The pieces themselves are very vibrant. This one was just as long as a 1,000 piece for me. Because yeah, you know, you couldn't really sort this too easily. You know, quality wise, not a very tight fit. It was just a fun challenge. It wasn't too hard, it wasn't too easy, so this kept me occupied for roughly 7 to 8 hours. Yeah, I did really enjoy it. I would recommend it. You know, it's mid-range quality. I would compare this to like Cobble Hill quality. No poster though. Pieces fall apart, but it's not the worst. Like, this is what I mean, like, it's kind of, do you see how much they're falling apart? I'm like being very gentle with this right now. Alright. You know, the longer I look at this, the more I'm like, I would do this again. That was a lot of fun. This was the first time I did a puzzle from this brand, Clem and Tony. I probably would reach for another one of these, but from what I've seen, I haven't really liked any of their artwork. The only reason I got this one was because it was relatively all the same. No regrets. I definitely enjoyed that one a lot. Not my favorite, not the worst. Yeah, just a fun challenge. So. And then, the last puzzle that I did. This is the hardest puzzle I've ever done. And I feel like this probably reigns true for anyone who's done this one. Yeah. I did mention in my January review that I was going to be doing this one in February. This was so hard! So the Ravensburger Krypt puzzles are very big on the Jigsaw Puzzle Reddit. So I was like, yeah, you gotta do at least one in your lifetime. I like the color black, so I wanted to try this one. Ravensburger, you know, similar quality to other like mid-range brands. I'm able to pick up, you know, pieces of it. It is kind of dangling. It's ready to fall apart here. Oh! Yeah, exactly. I will say that I was getting really annoyed with how many false positives there are. So I would, you know, connect 2 pieces and then they really seemed to fit. And then they didn't. And the worst part is that you would try to take it apart when you got something wrong, and there were a lot of times where the pieces would kind of break apart, which was really unfortunate because it is a black puzzle. You can see the imperfections so easily. That was a little bit of a letdown that, you know, it was hard to pull the pieces apart when they were wrong. So all in all, quality was not great, but just for the challenge of it, for doing it, you know, obviously recommend it. I wasn't too scared for it because I did see on the Jigsaw Puzzle Reddit that, you know, people were like, oh, it's not as hard as I thought it was gonna be. Come on, guys, really? How I did this, I tried to do the border first. The border is quite distinct because it's got very tall pieces and some curvy ones here and there. I did as much of the border as I could. There were some parts where I had to leave blank. Once I finished the border, I started with this section here. So these are pretty distinct pieces as well because, you know, they're circular, they're very, very curved. And then I just kept going out from there. Once I couldn't do any more of the circle, I then started to try to find as many of these more slanted pieces. Those had very slight curves to them. And then once I did as much of that as I could, I went into the more small and uniform sections. Like, oh god, this part over here. Oh. You know, that being said, it being really hard, it was addicting also at the same time because, you know, once you did get a piece, you'd feel like a fucking genius. Once I got through like maybe half of the slanted pieces though, I was feeling quite drained from it because at that point I had hit 12 hours. People were messaging me being like, just do it, just keep trying, like it doesn't matter how long you take. I'm like, that's true. So I kept going, I focused in with some TLC and I got it done. Would I do it again? Hell no. I already have this set up for a trade with someone else that I know in Toronto, and she's going to give me a gradient puzzle. You know, so we're trying to like challenge each other. But yes, get this out of my sight. I am done with it. I'm glad that I did this. I'm glad that I challenged myself, but I don't know if I want to do anything like this again. The point of puzzles for me is obviously, you know, it's to relieve my stress. It's you know, it's an escape. This was too much. This became more of a burden than fun, you know? Sorry, I'm just remembering all the bad times I had with it. Wow. That was everything. Very, very successful puzzle month. I also did just want to mention thank you guys so much for your support. I've hit over 100 subscribers. I just feel so lucky to, you know, be able to talk to other people about this kind of stuff, share each other's stories, our puzzle stories together. And yeah, I'm so happy that you guys actually give a shit. Thanks so much for watching once again. I will see you in the next one.